umpire Duran. This one is a good delivery once again, just shortish of a good length, and choking Skyhorn for some pace. He could only punch it into the point area and did not get any for it as George came in and collected. And now he's on target, just a touch too short, I believe. Still, I think he could still move it a little further up and ask some more questions of the batsman. What he's gonna do? Is he gonna cut, pull, drive? Does he have the armory to do something of that sort? So we have one slip, man at point, a man at cover, man at extra cover, a lady at extra cover, mid on and long off, mid off and long on. This is a good delivery! Oh, this is a beauty! Pitch a little bit more as I requested, and the sludge top of the off stump. That was an excellent delivery by Ellis. Wrong-armed movement, and he is on the spot. Skyhorn is gone bold without troubling the scorers. So Ellis definitely looking the part here. Oh wow, what a good delivery. It wasn't as short as the previous ones. Pitched just at a good length, a little bit more further up than a good length, and moved inwards with the arm and dislodged the top of the off stump. Excellent delivery there by Ellis. Well, now we know what he can produce. And coming to take strike, it looks like Mr. Alston Bob Jr. And these two are going to be very valuable to the cause of the Dags combined. The more accomplished batsmen, I believe, in the setup for Dags. Zahim Michael is also was also proven himself to be of quality, and we will see how far that one goes. And they do not seem to have their full quota of players just yet. I know some may be just traveling in from exams this morning, but it's Ellis. He has the left-hander in Alston Bob Jr. I had the privilege of coaching and working along his father. But Ellis with one more legitimate delivery in his over. Comes up now to bowl to Bob. This is a good delivery. Pitching and moving outside the off stump. Oh, what a good delivery by Ellis. He has gotten into his stride. He has really started well since those first two wides. And at the end of over number one, the Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies who are inserted to bat by Sports Sciences combined, they are 5 for 1. So we have to make some arrangements with our technician Monty, so that when we have a break between the overs, we have some commercials, so I could get the voice rested for the next 4 hours out here. Wow, you know it is. You dedicated, you love it, you get it done. Must big up Bay Hill News Network. They've been with us for years now with the championship, all of our championships. Not sure if we do have any of our followers as yet from Kankadi or I'm just losing my train of thought there in terms of the next entity that follows us. But I know Monty will send us a message very soon as it relates to that. But yeah, we are here, and this is over number 2. Looks like AJ Delplish. He's coming from the backway end. Delplish comes up to King. This is wide down the left side. Not a good effort by the keeper. Coming around. Good work by Lenroy Simmons to make sure that did not get into the boundary. And let's see what the call is going to be. There are 2 wides. Yes, 2 wides by Delplish. So starting similarly to Ellis, off target. And so the score moves on to 7. Tremendous amount of extra so far. 6 to be exact. On a single scored off of the bat, but still push again from Beckway. Good delivery, pitching, and turned away really neatly into the fine leg boundary for 4. Very simple and easily done there by King. Was pitching just about middle and moving away, moving into the right-handed batsman, the left-handed batsman in this case, my correction, and he just turned it, went with it as it moved into the leg area, and without a fine leg, that's always going to be runs on this smaller and quick outfield here at Sion Hill. So it's 11 for 1 Dags. They had a good victory yesterday, and they were looking to continue that as Delpech comes up now. This is a better delivery, but still moving wide. Needs to start a little further outside of the off stump because he's angling it into the left-hander, and he now decides that he's gonna come around the wicket. Let's see if this makes a change that he desires. 2 left-handers in there for the Dags unit right now. Division of Art Sciences and General Studies. If you just joined us, we are here at the Sion Hill playing field. As AJ Delpech comes up now to Bob. This is even a wider delivery, and good work again down here on the boundary by Simmons, Lenroy Simmons Jr. And there are 2 more wides. So the score moves up to 14. Not a bad start at all. We've yet to complete 2 overs. They've lost Skyhorn, but their 2 most accomplished batters are still at the crease, and they have all of 9 overs, as many as almost 9 overs to bat. Delpech comes again. This one is wide down the leg side. Once again, Delpech is struggling. And this was not the case in the last couple of matches. He was on target, and to be quite fair, he did not bowl from the Beckway end. So struggling coming up the hill. Yes, there's an incline, and he is going to have to do some work to get this back in to where it's supposed to be. So Delpech being cheered on by his teammates. Comes up now. This one is a better delivery, but still wide because it's starting down the leg, and he's wondering what's next he can do here. He is conceding a whole load of runs. It's 16. It's 16 for 1. The Division of Art Sciences and General Studies, and after being inserted and yet to complete 2 overs, they must be pleased with their progress so far. Delpech decides to come around the wicket this time. This is a better delivery. Well, over the wicket, sorry. Yes, over the wicket. So right-hander. Switching around. Actually, it's around the wicket, correct. So getting my bearings all mixed up here. But you would understand, doing 20,000 sports in a week is quite a lovely opportunity for things to be done, but it takes a little toll on you sometimes. Yes, so we have some wonderful followers. Fun City Radio and Concordia Radio, we're welcoming all the listeners and viewers to us from out there in Canada. Always really lovely to have you with us as AJ Delpech comes around the wicket, this time to King. King is getting another delivery just about the off stump and moving further into the left-handed batsman. He decides to play cautiously and punches it just on the onside, and no run is the result. So we have a mid-off, a mid-on, cover, point, a man here on the 3rd man boundary, a man at square leg, or a deep extra, a deep mid-wicket that is, short mid-wicket, and Delpesh comes up again from the backward end. He's going to bowl to King. This is a good delivery. This is a better delivery. Pitched up on the off stump and just about squeezed it out here is King. And so, as we've seen with Ellis in the first over, getting back to the spot where they're accustomed to is now AJ Delpesh after conceding, I believe, all of 11 runs. Most of them would have been from wides, and the first 4 struck by King. It's a Delpesh again into King. This one is a good delivery, moving in the air just about the off stump and keeping it out. This King. Over number 2 comes to an end. The Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies, they have been asked to take a first strike in this semi-final one encounter. They are 16 for 1, and 2 overs have been completed. Bay Hill News Network will give us some words from our sponsors. So we're back, and Ellis is on target once again. Ellis is definitely looking the part. He's started poorly, but when he hits that line, he's definitely doing what is required and being asked by his captain here. Ellis, a first-year student in the St. Vincent Grenadines Community College's Sports Sciences program. And Ellis again, left arm. This one is a good delivery, pitching short and punched neatly by Bob past the point area or through the point area. They're looking for 2. They're going to get 2 quite easily. As it's not good work, I believe, by Sean Backus, allowing 2, and all of these runs are going to add up. Left arm around the wicket is Ellis. So again, short outside the off stump, moving. It needs to be just a touch closer and a touch fuller to have the batsman in 2 minds. But he's been fine since he got onto his mark, I believe, after 3 or 4 wides in over number 1. He's going to complete his quota and runs up away from us here at the flow end. This one is short, too short, and played back past the man at point. And one is added to the total. Alston Bob Jr. moves to 3. Score moves on to 19. And this is over number 3. Ellis would be pleased with his exploit so far. Probably would love to have another scalp added to his brackets here, his overs section here as he comes in. A little too short, I believe, but he's going to come up slenderly built as he comes up past umpire Duran. This is pitched up and moving away, but again, just too wide for King to be drawn into anything. And a little closer with the movement he's getting, really appreciatively, and he would be a handful to deal with as he turns again. Looks as if he has played some cricket in his secondary school and even primary school careers, but he aborts his run on this occasion and turns and comes back to us. So in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, according to new government, this promise so far is a delay. This one again, as I said, pitched up a little bit more and moving away from King and ending really well is Lorenzo Ellis. He has completed his 2 overs. 2 overs, no maidens, 1 for 8, and he would definitely be pleased with his returns. We'll take a break and some commercials. 19 for 1 after 3 overs. So it's AJ Del Pesha. He's going to complete this quarter. Coming for a good delivery, pitched up, but moving away down the leg, signaled by umpire Edwards as a wide. So yet another extra added. And Captain Bacchus using his bowlers differently today. Who does he have to come? He has himself. He has George. He can use Richardson as well. So AJ Del Pesha. Oh, that goes to the hands of John, and he has his hands, his head in his hands as he missed that one. Driven uppishly, and through the hands of John in the extra cover position, or short mid-off position. And it probably hit him before he knew it was coming. And Alston Bob Jr. gets a life. A Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies goes to 21 for 1 as Del Pesha comes up again, pitched up. This one is a loud appeal, slow delivery. And then B.K. King not really playing as positively as he did on a couple of occasions of the week. But using some guile here, some using his head really in the number 6 here. AJ Del Pesha, known for football, known for track and field, and now playing some cricket. All from the North Leeward area, talented people that... Oh, this one is ball! Oh my God! What a delivery! We just talked about the ambitions of Mbeke King. This one was a really good delivery because he's been angling them into the left-hander. This one is pitched just about, I make it just outside the off stump, but moving in. And as it moved in, I think King played down the wrong line and was bowled all ends up, losing a vital wicket here at Dags. And they're now in some trouble at 21 for 2. So Mbeke King bowled Del Pesha for 5. Sky Horn didn't trouble the scorers as his off stump was also dislodged by Ellis. Alston Bob Jr. he is there, and he is going to have to take the fight here. He's on 4, and let's see who's going to join him. We'll get that for you. Looks like Mikhail Marshall. So Mikhail Marshall getting ready to come to do battle for Dags. And King has not done as he would love to. And it is now going to be an uphill task. Not to say that they can get a good score from here, but it's going to be very much dependent on the bat and the ability of Alston Bob Jr. So, over number 4 in progress. Was a little slow in getting these overs through so far, but we are going to definitely see movement. Wonderful movement here. There's some changes in the field. The right-hander Marshall comes in to take strike. And always wonderful to do business with the circle, which is the operating individuals at the tuck shop of the community college, and you make an order, it's delivered to you even if you're in Timbuktu. And here we see that order coming. Must be really, really thankful. And this young man I know he's been on very high spirits over the last couple of weeks as well. Lunch has been delivered. Always important to eat while working and working hard. The circle, Grant, we're gonna say thank you to you and the people there. There's a delivery. Oh, again, well bowled there by Delpesh, pitching just about the leg stump and moving inwards past the right hander, and knowing nothing about it was Marshall. And tails are up here now for the Associates combined as they attempted to get into a third consecutive final and try to defend the title which they won last year. Delpesh again from the backway end comes up now to Marshall. This one is flighted delivery, I make it, and trying to experiment a bit. There is AJ Delpesh. This is what happens, and we lose the plot, unfortunately. We give away some runs, and then there is problems in terms of runs being scored when there should not be. This one is paid well by Marshall. That's gone for 6. And this is exactly what we talk about. You cannot give a leeway, and Marshall decides that he is going to hammer this one over where a point would have been, and into the boundary for a well-played 6. So Marshall is on 6. The Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies are on 28. And this is over number 4. And as I said before, they may not have the likes of Mbiki King, who's been scoring a lot of runs for them, or most of the runs for them, but they're still in a good fray here as the over comes to an end, as they're beaten outside the off stump. At the end of over number 4, the Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies, they were inserted, and they are on 28 for 2. The batsman gone in Mbiki King bowled Delpesh for 5, and Skyhorn bowled Ellis without troubling the scorers. At the crease, Alston Bob Jr., he's not out on 4, and with him, Mikhail Marshall on 6. And we're going to take some commercials and come right back. On Bacchus, and now into the attack. Captain of the Sports Sciences Associates Combined Unit is a tall gentleman, and he comes up now and bowls right arm. Oh, it's not a lot, not floating it a bit, but pushing it through the air quite quickly, and 3-dot delivery so far. Let's see what he does. Right arm around between the umpire and the stumps. This one is a well bowled and excellent work done. There's going to be trouble. Oh no, he misses. Well, there was a misunderstanding between Marshall and Bob. I do not think that was a single at all. It went straight to the fielder at a point. And Bob got a single. The keeper did not collect well. Well, did he? Yes, he did collect well. But what he did, instead of going to the stumps with the ball, he actually threw the ball at the stumps. And again, a comedy of errors, I would make it. As with number 4 on his back. Sean back as captain again. Comes up now. It is off breaks. This one is pitching. Trying to go through the line there. Just about middle stump, but pitched up, I was about to say. Trying to go through the line with Austin Bob Jr. Bob would need to. Bob would need to just bide his time. Choose his right deliveries and decide who he's going to take the attack to. Because they're not at all badly placed. To be all on it, in all honesty, at 28 for 2 after, well, this will be the 5th over. But they just need to choose the right deliveries like this one. But it's in the air. Is he dropped there? Yes, he's going to drop it. Oh, it goes through the hands. Not a good effort there. And as I said, the right delivery must be chosen. And I think this time that is more almost what he did. Burst into the hands of Leroy Simmons. And Simmons may have dropped one or two before, and again in the head of Simmons as he went to take that one. He's now reeling with pain because it came with some power, and also looked as if it knocked the finger back. So the physio may need to come in and give some work. We have physio Ronaldo Franklin, also one of those who graduated from the sports program here at the college. And Franklin has been giving us human service, much more than human service, as he runs through here. He's been here since about 11 o'clock preparing the athletes with some massage and muscle preparation and warms and stuff. And he is now running on the field of play to assist. It looks like Simmons, who has gotten a finger dislodged or burst or something to the effect, unfortunately. So we're going to take a few commercials, a word or two from our sponsors or an ad, and we'll come right back. So we go into over number 6. Looks like Javon Richardson, yes. Takes up the attack. This one is pitching and moving away. Marshall is going across the line. Not sure if that's the best option. But he doesn't seem to be a man who minces meat with his business. But he has to face up to Richardson. Pitching, and he snaps that high into the deep mid-wicket position. Raheem John comes round and takes a comfortable catch. Marshall goes. Is it? Or is it Alston Bob? Let's see. Looks like Bob. Let's see the correction. I will get that for you. As I was without unsighted in terms of who shot the ball. Yes, it was Marshall. I believe it was Marshall. So as they walked out, both walking out, looks as if my eyes were deceiving me. But Marshall is caught. John Bold Richardson, and he struck one hefty blow over the point area for 6. And so the Division of Art, Science and General Studies go into even further trouble. This is over number 6, and they are 34 for 3. Zahid Michael is coming to the crease, and he's had a good outing, I must say. He's had a good outing for the Dags unit, and I believe he's going to be needed here. He was met by Alston Bob Jr. as he approached the crease. So here to do business is Michael, but he will have to contend with Richardson and Bacchus, who are in the bowling attack. Good delivery, really good delivery by Richardson. Just back of a length and hurrying the batsman, but Michael was definitely equal to the task. As I said, he's looked the part during the competition for Dags, both with the ball in the field and on some occasions as well with the bat. So it's Richardson. Richardson comes up now to, this one is pitched up high in the air. Let's see, Delplash is under it. Can he take it? He does. Oh, Delron Delplash, better known for his 4x1 and 200 meters exploits, takes a really good catch. Michael goes, and the Division of Art, Sciences and General Studies sink into further trouble. They are 34 for 4. We'll take a few commercials at this point.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Alston Bob Jr. in to try to attempt to improve the efforts of a Division of Art, Sciences and General Studies is Gershon Samuel. He has one delivery from my estimation to contend with very early from Javon Richardson, and so this is the over number 6. This one is good delivery, pitched, comes down and trying to keep it out. He did. Under some pressure here. This one is down the leg side. It's going to be called wide again. Experimenting here. This is what you don't do. So a maiden over turns into one where he took 2 wickets and has given away a wide. But this one is a better delivery. Pitching and hitting just about middle and off. Coming down strong and hard on it was Samuel. He kept it out, and over number 6 comes to an end. At this point, in some trouble, a lot of trouble I should say, in terms of the number of runs on the card at this point in time. 35 for 4. The Division of Art Sciences and General Studies after being asked to bat. We want to have the Mbiki King and his DAGS players to be on the alert, because there's some clouds, some ominous clouds building up just above the Arnesville area. So we probably need to have them come down to the covers just as a precaution. So Monty, you could probably let the Mr. King and the players them know that they probably need to start getting close to the covers. And again, we want to welcome and thank those from Fun City and Concordia Radio, as Sean Backus. He's attempted to go between the umpire and the stumps, but his long range may have impacted the batsman who is on the wrong side as he came through. So the Boston run comes up now. This time to Bob outside the off stump, pitching and cutting moving back into the right hander. He decides to leave it. That's Bob. Quite sensibly at this stage, because with all due estimations, Sean Back is the most experienced and maybe the most dangerous of the bowlers in this attack. And this one is not a good, well, not as good as he would like it to be, but skidded through and just about a little too wide and stayed a little low. They will have to think about that in terms of their decisions when winning or losing the toss. Well, in this case, winning the toss, because the toss winner decides exactly what's happening. As Backus comes up now between the umpire and the stumps, and this one is a good delivery, pitched up though, and Bob is looking for a single. He's again the keeper is not collecting, and this should have been this really should have been an opportunity. Another one goes a begging. Bob moves on to 11. And the Division of Art, Sciences and General Studies at 36 for 4 in over number 7. Remember, this is a T10 encounter, 10 overs. So Goshwan Samuel, he is going to take the attack. In terms of the batting attack for the Division of Art, Sciences and General Studies. Gone Mbiki King, bowled Delplesh. That's AJ Delplesh as we break to see Sean coming over the wicket. This one is pitched again, short and rising. Not a lot of turn or movement. Probably using more of his accuracy and skids through these deliveries. It comes up again. This one is flighted a little bit more than normal. Goes through the hands of George at short mid wicket, and so Samuel probably preferred to have the ball pitching up to him, and he drove to the line and got that one through the short mid wicket position. So one more delivery, legitimate delivery, as Backus comes again between Nyasha Durant and the stumps. It's a good delivery, shortage of good length, and coming back into the batsman, the left-handed batsman on this occasion. Bob takes a single, and the score moves to 38. Bob moves up to 12, 38 for 4, the Division of Art, Sciences and General Studies, as they were asked to bat first. We take a few commercial breaks. So back here we have another change in bowling. Raheem John comes from the backward end. Can't miss those bright red boots. This one is pitching and going down the leg side. Wise call. John has been actually short in his run up. A little bit too long it was in his estimation. And so comes up now, passes umpire Edwards, and this one is pitched on the off stump and driving uppishly was Bob. Again, a little tentative. And he's now getting a shout from his players in the pavilion. It's T10. Need to move on. 38, 39. At this stage, that may not be enough, but you remember, cricket is a game of glorious, glorious uncertainties. This one is struck straight and high. Is it gonna go? Has it gone? Yes, it's gone. That was a slow delivery outside your stump and going through the line. Well, Alston Bob, and he pushes the score up to 45. Bob stays there for the next couple overs. 70, 80 odd could really be a challenge. Bob is going to be the key here for Dogs as Raheem John comes again from the back way, and that's the no ball. So relieving some of the pressure, and this is over number 8 in progress. So Chabon Richardson would have one more. Raheem John may be required to bowl the last, and we do have some really ominous clouds building up. John comes up to Bob. Bob is trying to smack that one through the offside. It doesn't make a contact. Probably lost his shape there as well. Clouds, so we're hoping that the clouds will just pass around and over us. It's been a really good 4 days so far. As John comes up and bowls to Bob. This one is pitched about leg stump, and he goes through the through the line, through mid wicket. We would call that probably cow corner area. Another 4 to Bob. Bob moves to 22, and the score is now on 50. So the 50 comes up for Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies. Another 30 here can really ask a question or two of the Sports Sciences Associates combined, and we will see how it goes. A few adjustments to the field as Raheem John comes again from the backway end. This time to Alston Bob once more. Short outside the out stump and pulled through mid wicket for another 4. Too short and hammered away by Alston Bob. He is doing well here, Alston Bob Jr. And he's taken his score, his team's score to 54. 54 for 4. And they still have always a couple overs to go. So after 8 overs, the Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies asks about first. They've moved on to 54 for 4. Alston Bob Jr., he is there on 24 or 26. He's there on 26. With him, Grushan Samuel, he's on 1. And 2 overs to come. And we'll take some a word from our sponsors. Number 9, Olani Slack. This one is it's going to be problems. He's going to be run out. Gershon Samuel is going to be run out. Miscommunication again between Samuel and Bob. Samuel gets only one, and with Slack's first delivery causing problems already. And we're going to take a break here. get it in quickly. One thing we call, I don't know where we're going. What? What mean look at that space inside there? The one thing this man don't play with, you know, is the belly. Say you have food.
You wanna get food?
So? The appetizer.
Bring food hot thing in food.
Where my pillow? That's icon. Nah, you're wrong for that. You never see a guy. That's what I'm looking for. It's not enough for you. Bring up applause with me. Bring up with it. Bring up with me.
No, 15 put out.
Do that.
Wednesday mark 10, Thursday mark 10, Friday mark the next 20.
A lazy man talk, you man talk there, that man come out them all in paper in one day, you know. You understand? I just laziness, you know.
I don't mark one time, when I see shoppiness.
Exactly.
What's the matter?
One time again now.
Tell me about my paper mark, you know.
Revitalize your brain.
I've small fingers, but I'm support. And maybe not mark paper.
Last time we run out, every man, if you get up and tell people, we sit down. When we want to get up, we get up. Right, when we sit down, we just sleep. Yesterday's pictures were really nice. Really good. Trust me. Really. They were better than the first they were. I cannot tell you, I have plenty more work coming up in January. Plenty more.
Delilah. She's woman now.
I'm going with a proper team. I'm going to fire them money. The money who come in, the man who come in late every time with me have plenty work to do. Go fire them. You went, go do your thing. You don't hear me.
Can I hot to Johnny? Get away your head.
Your head hurt you. Okay. I'm not used to all. I'm me used to all, brother.
Wake up with that head. Still that head with the garboard.
When you wake up so early, you wake me up.
See, man, now
Wake me up. interruption, and we're into the delivery of Alston Bob's bowling innings. This one is coming close to the boundary. It's going to stop because the ground is a little waterlogged at the ends here. So they get 2 wides. And so the target, the innings for the Division of Art Sciences and General Studies would have closed at the break. So the target is 56 in 8 overs for the defending champions. And they're going to get 2 here, it looks like. Or is it going to run into the boundary? It is going to run into the boundary. Short and outside the off stump from Bob. And punched away by Lenroy Simmons. And so the score for the Sports Sciences Associates combined, that has moved up to 7, and they are in pursuit of 56 for victory. So it's 7, Lenroy Simmons is on 4. He faces up again. The field is quite deep, and so it's giving an opportunity for another single. Alston Bob Jr. in his final delivery of over number 1. And this ball is well pitched on the off stump. And that's the end of over number 1. We take a break. Outlaws. This one is driven over the man. A short extra cover. That's gonna go for as the associates combined sports sciences are definitely on the charge here. Simmons has another boundary. To get things right here. That one is beating him again outside the off stump as he tried to hammer that away. Looking businesslike and trying to make sure they get this job over before there's another interruption. We may have another interruption this afternoon for rain. But this one is driven again over for four more for Simmons. Simmons moves on to 13. And the score very quickly to 16. 16. Without loss in pursuit of 56 for victory. So Simmons, Lenroy Simmons and Olani Slack opening the batting here for the Associates combined, Sports Sciences Associates combined. They are looking to get into their 3rd consecutive final. This one is driven again. This is now all along the ground. The wide, long arm of position is where Bob is stationed, and he picks up one more. That's Simmons. Score moves on to 17. "17 without loss." It's Samuel again, Grisham Samuel. He is going to bowl to Slack tugs that away over the man at the square leg boundary. It's going to go into the boundary for 6. Yes, it's been hammered over the boundary for 6. And Slack is wasting no time. And the score moves up to 23. 23 without loss after over number 2. So we're right back here, just making sure we get things going. The sunshine is back out brilliantly, and we did have an interruption. At what point the innings of the Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies would have completed 8 overs. That's where the innings closed, and they were on 55. We now see Zahim Michael taking the attack up from the back way, and this one is short outside the off stump and going wider, and wide signaled. So the score moves on to 24. It was definitely not enough from the onset, but if they could have picked up a couple wickets, it could have been some problems there for the sports sciences. But they're cruising at this point, at the drive. So this one is going behind point. They're going to get one. That's Simmons. So he moves up to 15. Simmons is on 15, 3 boundaries and 3 singles. And this Olani Slack comes into strike. He has 1 scoring shot so far, a 6, over the square leg boundary. That's Michael, Zahim Michael. Comes in. This beating outside the off stump with a good delivery, no footwork at all by Slack. And the appeals went up. It's Michael again, coming from the back away and passing up by Edwards. This one is flighted in the air. Let's see. Oh, he's gone. King has taken the catch, and Simmons, is that or Slack? It's Slack, who did not look comfortable after his first shot, and he goes caught King. Bowled Michael for 6. And the first wicket for the Applied Associate Sports Sciences group. Has gone down. It's 24. Is that 25? Yes, 25. As there have been 2 runs scored in this over so far. 25 for 1. And they are in pursuit of 57 for victory. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery by Michael, pitching and moving away from the right-handed batsman, beating him all ends up. The edge was taken, but the edge has ended up in the third man boundary. Oh wow, oh wow, what a opportunity going up begging there. AJ Delplesh was in no man's land. He was beaten by a beautifully pitched delivery there by Zaheem Michael. We've said that he's had a wonderful opportunity to display his skills, but this one taking the edge, knew nothing about that AJ Delplesh, and he was rewarded with a boundary. So Michael comes in. And Delplesh smashes this one, gets the leading edge, goes away behind point into the boundary for 4. So fighting fire with fire. Delplesh is 8, and over number 3 still in progress. It's 33 for 1, and they're looking for 56 for victory. Just 23 more runs away from it. So pushing and pushing hard here, the Associates Sports Sciences combined unit. It's Michael Doe. He's been quite impressive with the ball. Would have been unlucky, you would say. Comes up now. This is a good delivery. Pitching and coming into the right-hander, who's chipping down the wicket. Looks the part. Looks like quite an aggressive player. Looks like he enjoys his cricket. Over comes to an end, and the total is 33 for 1. The Sports Sciences Associates combined as they look for the target of 56, and they have 8 overs to do so. Again, we take a few for I am corrected. It's not Lenroy Simmons. It's actually Javon Richardson. That's actually taught here. So Javon Richardson, my correction. Stature quite similar. So he moves on to 16, Richardson. And Alston Bob is in his second over, and one more to the total, 34. This is beating the edge again, but AJ Delplesh is playing having a charmed life here. And 2 more to his target, to his total. He moves on to 10, Delplesh. The score moves to 36. They need just 20. And if Delplesh continue to have the luck he's having, then this will be done and dusted before the rain comes again. It's 36 for 1. Delplesh, taking the edge, is it? No, he's taking the stump. He's knocking the stump out of the ground here. Alston Bob Jr. So Delplesh's life, probably had about 4 of them, and those have ended. And the total is still 36, and now for 2, can Dags push for something serious here? So 36 it is for 2. This is over number 4. Chasing a target of 56 for victory in 8 overs. 2 wickets are down. Looks like Sean Backus is joining the party. Still 36 for 2. So 36 for 2. Sean Backus has joined the party. He's gonna have to stay with Richardson. Richardson's on 16. AJ Delplesh bowled Bob for 10. As Bob comes up now, captain to captain. This is a good delivery. It's a load of people. Is he gone? Yes, he's gone. That is a beautiful delivery. Yes, he is gone. And Captain is asking a question or two, but that was a really well ball delivery by Bob. Can the cat join the pigeons and cause some disruptions here? But that was beautifully bowled. It was dead plumb from my vantage point, just behind, well, not right behind the wicket, but clearly enough. That was a call that was definitely positive in the fielding team's corner, so to speak. So it's 36 for 3. Back has gone for 0. Lenroy Simmons, who I was speaking about, is now coming to the wicket. Can this be trouble? Bob has asked a question or two, and Simmons is joining Richardson. And I'm telling you, if anything can be pulled out of the bag, it has to be now. And the breaking of this partnership here could mean some serious problems for the Associates combined. They are without Elron Glasgow today, who sustained an injury, and they thought it best to have him sit out today. Probably with the hope that they will get past this hurdle at this stage. But they are definitely going to have to dig deep to get the next 20 runs required, because as the Dags team is back. As Bob Bowe, this one is a good delivery, is hitting but going down definitely. This wasn't as close to the on the middle stump as the other one was. Bob falls to the ground in dismay, but the fight is here. A division of Art Sciences and General Studies. We saw this fight in the football competition as well. They really should have been in the semi-final when they lost, I believe, on penalties in the quarter-final. So one more to the total, 37 the score, and after 4 overs it's 37 for 3. Alston Bob has bowled 2 overs and no maidens, and he's taken 2 for 11. So this is probably where it may get a little easier, but you know, runs on the board are runs on the board. And Zahim Michael had an impressive first over. I think he really would have wished to have AJ Delplish early in the piece with that delivery that was beating him outside the off, taking the edge. The keeper couldn't take it, but it's Michael again. Michael this time comes up to Simmons. It's pitching. Simmons is driving through the cover region. He's going to get a single. Again, I think that the cover fielder, the fielder coming around from extra cover to cover that area is a little too deep, so not enough pressure, I believe, on the batters. The score moves on to 38. Simmons is on 1. And coming into strike is Richardson. He's been there from the start. He's on 16. He will need to stay. Comes up now and bowls to Richardson. Richardson drives into the wideish mid-wicket area. Gets a single. Score moves out to 39. This is over number 5. Can still be a ticklish target. Wicket or two, a maiden over or two, and we in a fight at the end. This one is short. Pitch about the middle stump, punch into extra cover again. Gets another single there. Simmons. He moves to 2. The score moves to 40. 16 required from 3 overs. Zahim Michael once again. Been good on the money so far. Comes up. This one is a good delivery. Pitching and coming into the right-handed batsman. He plays it into the mid-wicket area. There's looking for 2. It's not on. Marshall came in very, very quickly there. and stopped the possibility of the second one, which were definitely in their thoughts. Michael again, this time to Simmons. This is a wide delivery and called wide by the umpire. 42 the score moves on to. Quite disciplined they've been, I believe, the Dags unit. They've just conceded, what, 5 wides? And that is not bad by the expectations. This one is beaten again. Simmons, this is going to go into the boundary. There's a signal. There's a signal, and so one is a total. So Simmons gets 1, and the score moves on to 43. This is over number 5. As Michael comes in with his final legitimate delivery, hopefully, and this one is driven back to Michael through the hands of Michael. Oh my, that could have been dangerous because he missed it. If it was coming to his face, oh my word, we may have had to call the medical supply services, but that was right through his hands, just above his head. And over number 5 comes to an end. 44 for 3 associates combined in pursuit of 56 for victory, and 5 overs have gone. We take a few messages. So Casbert Springer. This is really a wonder. Springer has been bowling well all tournament. This one is a little slow and short, but he's had some good returns. I believe he might have been an option before Gresham Samuel, who conceded all of 16 in his one over. The total moves to 45. And Richardson moves up to 20. This is wide down the leg side, not well struck, and in the air for a bit. Simmons is living a charmed life as well, following that of Olani Slack and AJ Delplesh. It's moved on to now 46. 46 for 3. This is over number 6. Could still be a tight one. This one is wide, is it? No, yes it is, but he smashes it into the extra cover position. Bobber gives chase. He gets a good throw back in, and quickly as well. And that's what you need to put some pressure on the batters who are looking to get a second or a third. Richardson moves to 21. And the score is 47 in pursuit of 56. Springer, this time to Simmons. Simmons pulls it into the long on position using his feet, his sky horn. He's holding it up. He shouldn't be holding it up. And there are arguments about getting the ball in. Moves up to 48. And then Roy Simmons moves to 5. This is Springer again. This one is a pitched up delivery. Smacked into the long off boundary for 6. And that is definitely gonna make their sports sciences unit feel much happier. They've moved on now to 54. 54 as that 6 by Richardson took his total to 27. He's been the mainstay, and they had to have someone similar of that stature to get this done. Springer has one more delivery. Could this be the final delivery of the innings? He comes up now to bowl to Richardson, and Richardson swinging at this one. It's taking something probably off the pad and not being taken by the wicket keeper, and so it is now 54 for Two runs needed, and this is over number 7 about to commence. So Samuel is going to come into bowl over number 7. More than likely it should be ended in this over. So it is Samuel into Simmons. Simmons is hitting it to the deep extra couple position, gets 1. Score moves on to 55. Now 1 more required. This one is pulled away. Is it gonna go? It has gone. Yes, it's gone. And that's the end of the encounter. Smacking that one into the boundary for 6 more. Richardson, the total moved up to 61. 61 for 3. Richardson and on 33. Not out. And with him, Lenroy Simmons on 5. And so the Sports Sciences Associates combined are gonna defend their title after a hiccup, so to speak, in the middle of the innings, but have completed it with an over and 4 balls to spare. 61 for 3. Lenroy Simmons not out on 3. Sean Backus didn't trouble the scorers. He got a duck, a golden ball duck. AJ Delplish scored 10. Olani Slack 6. And the mainstay of the innings, Javan Richardson not out on 33. Must have 25 cents. semi-final as the Northern Stars are coming up against the St. Vincent Grammar School in this encounter, and Haksha Tyrese Haksha is starting the attack from the floor end, and he's delivered the first wide, no ball. So he comes up now. This one is another wide-ish delivery, yes, no ball called actually. So still another no ball. 2 no balls so far. So Haksha struggling, and quite a attacking field here. Quite attacking field Haksha has. He has 2 slips. A man at point. Short extra cover, mid on, mid off, mid on, mid wicket, and that's one that's pitched and moving away. Good purchase. The clouds have started to build up again. We're gonna have another interruption probably this afternoon. But he committed to get this out. And here we go, it's Haksha. He's going to come to bowl to Zach Thomas. So on the pass, well played, beautifully, behind square. It's going to get 1. They're looking for a second. 2 it is. It's a good, well-balanced stroke there by Thomas. He gets off the mark. He's on 2. And the St. Vincent Grammar School are 4 without loss in over number 1. Thomas has been quite impressive, got a 55 not out yesterday, and would need to bat all 10 overs this afternoon for the grammar school. This Haksha now comes into Thomas. This one again on the pass, whipped away beautifully. That's going to go into the mid-wicket boundary, wide mid-wicket boundary for 4. Thomas is on charge. The grammar school are on 8, and that was a really well-balanced stroke, just leaning forward and is moving with it as it came into his pads through the mid-wicket area. So, the grammar school always uses this competition as a preparation for hopefully the inter-secondary school, which would come sometime in the new year. And Zach Thomas is in Form 5. We're probably looking to come into St. Vincent Community College from September 2026. And he's facing up to Tyrese Haksha. From this, the flow end. This one is on the off stump and punching it a bit over to a short point position, doesn't get any run. The fielders encroached very quickly. Really lovely sight here this afternoon. As Haksha comes again in with his 5th delivery of this over, comes up to Thomas. Thomas is punching this to point, can't get past Adams. Tall, lanky figure of Adams. After over number 1, the St. Vincent Grammar School batting first in this semi-final number 2. We'll take a few words from our sponsors. Come, Cody, let me move a little quicker, because that rain going to come again. Who the bowler? Who is the bowler? Alright, so we have Douglas, LeBron Douglas. Douglas is going to come now from the Beckway end, and he is going to bowl to Ellis. Ellis gets a wide delivery, decides to leave it. It goes way wide and no ball call, probably off of the pitch. So similar start here. As it relates to the bowlers for Northern Stars. Grammar School seem to be up for this challenge this afternoon. It will be really pleasing, as this is Douglas again, and changing his desired area of attack, or of his entrance. That one was outside the off, so Ellis should have offered something, I believe. It would be really nice if he stuck one through the extra cover position. Didn't offer a shot. It's Douglas again, though. Douglas into Ellis. Ellis is getting one pitch on the middle stump. He comes forward and pushes it out quietly and content to just do that. Or would that be the best, though, for the grammar school at this point? Probably need to like over instead of just using up a whole over. It was like the one before where he could have really put something on. He does that. So let's see, there's a shot. Right to delivery, gets one, beating him a touch. Goes to the man at a short gully position, I will put it. That's Adams. He does well. He's feeling quite well, Adams. And the clouds are building up once more. LeBron Douglas to Ellis. Ellis gets one. He posts back and goes right back to the bowler with it. Douglas is doing some gardening with his feet and fielding with the feet as well. And kicked it out to the man coming in from a short mid-on position. Again, we want to say good afternoon to those following us on Fun City Radio and Concordia Radio up there in Canada. Always a pleasure to have you with us. Comes in now. This one is short. I'm going past the man at gully. Can he get a single? He does. Stares it well, I think. He was in charge of that one. That's Ellis. And so the score moves up to 10. St. Vincent Grammar School in over number 2. They are 10 without loss. Captain Thomas comes into the strike. Both right-handed batsmen. So it's LeBron Douglas to Thomas. Thomas gets one and he plays it well. Drops the bottom hand and ease the amount of power that's going into that one and controlled where it went. Yeah, over comes to an end. At the end of over number 2, the St. Vincent Grammar School batting first in this semi-final 2 of the St. Vincent Grand East Community College T10 Invitational T10 Championship here at the Sarnia playing field, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the St. Vincent Grammar School at 10 without loss. So some clouds hovering over. Good thing about it, behind them there are some blue skies. But it's Haksha again, this time to Ellis. Ellis is protecting his wicket. Now he's bowled. He nonchalantly stepped back to try to keep that one out. But his movements are so slow in reacting that he actually almost kicked it onto his stumps, and so Haksha gets his wicket. Josiah Ellis has bowled Haksha for 1. Campbell, young promising cricketer, comes to join captain Zach Thomas. The Grammar School have lost their first wicket on 10, and it is Tyrese Hackshaw in his second over. He is bowling to Campbell. That's going to be wide down the leg side. Signal now by umpire Edwards. So the extras continue to plague Northern Stars at this stage. 4 of them so far, 3 I make it. And we have not allowed the score to get away though. The Grammar School started a very good over, the first over for 8. They were pleased with that. But since then it's been a bit slow in terms of getting runs on the board. Here we have Hackshaw once again coming from the floor end to bowl to Campbell. That's why outside the off stump. Campbell, I'm not sure if he switched at it with all conviction, because it's very, very wide. And wide call by the umpire. Hackshaw turns again, about to pass umpire Edwards to bowl to Campbell. Campbell is beaten outside the off stump. Again, probably not picking up the trajectory of that delivery. The rain is about to come, it seems. There's some good blue clouds behind. And we see Hannibal is trying to direct proceedings. It's Hackshaw though, comes up now to bowl to Campbell. Campbell drives into the pitch and can't beat the man at a short extra cover position. The good signs is that the clouds are behind. They're behind the dark clouds that are passing. There are some blue skies, which is always good for those of us who love the sport of cricket. That's another wide has been delivered by Hackshaw. The score moves on to 13. This is over number 3. I want to say good afternoon to those who've been sponsoring us all through this years of the competitions. Campbell again switches at that one outside the off stump. Doesn't make contact. Keeper does not take cleanly. Looks as if she was struck as well. It's 13. Not much to go away with. As this one is driven, looking for a single. It's not there. And the over is not yet ended. Captain Courtney Franklin would have thought that was the case, but it wasn't. As Hackshaw comes in to another wide delivered, as he's not starting from his run-up that he marked out, trying to get through the overs. That's not something that you've been asked to do. You want to get to your mark quickly, but you want to make sure you're composed. And he comes up again and bowl to Campbell. Campbell is swinging at one outside the off stump. None added to the total there. It stays at 14 for 1, and after 3 overs, it's Invitational Grammar School. So it looks like Watson Seaton is going to take up the attack. This one is a good delivery. Played as well. Seaton comes up now to bowl to Thomas. Thomas is getting a good delivery. Iron ball, that call. It's and couldn't get it out. Just had to make sure he took the action required to keep it out of his stumps. Seaton again. And this one is beaten! Beating the edge, taking the edge, going close to the boundary. They're going to come back for 2. Yes, they get 2. And Captain Franklin could not snap that one up. Thomas moves to 8. And Sprinkles coming across the ground, but still good signs because there are some blue clouds behind. I think they're gonna just watch this one through for a bit, unless it really gets heavy. This one is driven into the extra cover position. No further addition to the score. 16 without loss. This is number 4, open number 4. Seaton comes up to Thomas. Cramped for room again. Good, well bowled, pitching and coming in quickly to the batsman, the right-handed batsman on this occasion. Seaton draw, beautifully driven pass. The man at a point into the boundary for 4. Thomas getting one in his arc and doing what he should be doing, and takes the score up to 20 for 1 after 4 overs. 6 runs in that over. Thomas is on 12, and the St. Vincent Grammar School after 4 overs are on 20 for 1. Second wicket going down there. And we're gonna have a new batter joining Captain Zach Thomas. Coney Franklin has one delivery. He said no, the over came to an end. So it was 1 for 3 after 5 overs, 25 for 2 December's Grammar School as they continue to try to put a total on the board here for them to defend. So it's Watson Seaton with his second over. Comes up now. Thomas swishes as on the off stump. It's a wideish delivery. Yes, called wide now by the umpire. So 2 more to the total. The batsman. So it's Roberts, Josiah Roberts, joining Zach Thomas as the winds pick up. Roberts trying to heave one away, not making contact. And comes up now. This one is beating him outside the off stump. I was told that my mic was off for a bit there. So, giving you some lovely commentary and nothing coming through. Wow. So here we go. It's still with Seaton. Seaton comes up now to bowl to Roberts. Roberts is trying to heave that one away. Gets the inner portion of the back. Comes down to a fine leg position. Gets a single. Roberts. Zach Thomas says to him to stay his ground. Score moves up now to 28. 28 for 2, the Grammar School. Seaton comes up now to Thomas. Thomas is punching this one into the point area. Can't beat the man there, stationed. And watching it as it's bounced and turned. Be a Seaton again, comes up. This one is well pitched and moving away. Good delivery once more by Seaton, showing his pedigree and his quality here. Something we've come to him. Driven through the covers. Can't be the man there. And 3 offerings by Thomas, but none beating the fielders. Over number 6 comes to an end. The St. Vincent Grammar School at 28 for 2 after 6 overs. No ball offered up there by Courtney Franklin. A full toss above the waist. And he comes up again, Franklin into Roberts. And Roberts is getting one on the inner portion of the bat. And it is no ball. So he didn't make use of that one. Here we go again. One outside the off stump. Roberts cannot make use of it. His stance looks quite strange, and the grip of his bat looks even a bit stranger. And over number 7 being eaten away here very quickly. As again, Franklin into Roberts. Roberts is hitting one in the air, back over the bowler, gets a single. Might not made off, not effect the catch. The score moves up to 30. Roberts moves with team captain Thomas. As Franklin now is marshalling his troops, making sure they get this out of the way quickly. slow to the air. Thomas is it. Yes, Thomas in 2 minds. From his coach that he needs to be positive, but he's cautious at the same time. Zach Thomas. But, well, he is making an effort, but not making contact at one. Get something out of these remaining overs. This is a good delivery by Douglas. Pitching and rising as it passes the batter. So the grammar school probably stifling themselves here. They need to be a little bit more aggressive, need to be a little bit more assertive, need to be challenging, take some chances. They may lose some wickets, but the total might have propelled a little further. So again short and now called wide by the umpire Durant. Thought about it a bit and then called wide. So a little bit more purpose and urgency needed here. Moves to 34. Yes, Douglas comes again into. Oh, that's hungry for 4. So that's 4. So yes, the signal. Yep. So Thomas moves on to 20. Score moves on to 38. And at the end of over number 8, it is 38. 38 for 2. This is Vincent Grammar School. Thomas is on 21. Overs to go. Actually Jordan Charles who bowled those 2 overs. It's Watson Seaton who's coming in. So this is over number 9. The grammar school just about on par for 5 running over shot, but this one is received into the mid wicket area. That's gonna go for 6. Yes, it's gone all the way for 6. Seaton offering something that could have been latched onto by Thomas. He gets the first 6 of the innings, and the grammar school moves up to 45. 45 for 2. This is over number 9. Let's see what happens again. Seaton this time down the leg side. What is it? They're going to look for a run, yes, and they're going to get 2 wides added to the total. So it's 47. Seaton comes up now to Roberts. This is hitting his pad. They're looking for a single. They're going to get it easily. The fielder came off of his hunches a little too slowly. So that's now 48. So the impetus coming late for the grammar school. Really should have made some more effort to generate a positive influence. In the first 6 overs or so, they just went along with the flow and were dominated in terms of their the best strokes they played. The fall just were a little bit too respectful to the bowler. This one's a good delivery, looking for a single. Roberts is skating back to his crease. another dot ball as the total is on 48. 48 for 2. This one, Thomas drives, does he? I think he didn't get contact. Probably hit the pad. Yes, it's a bye. Keeper's pad. So bye accredited to the total of the St. Vincent Grammar School, which is now 49 for 2 with 1 over remaining. Thomas is on strike. We'll see how many more they can get. So coming with the last over here now, and Thomas comes up to Thomas. Thomas drives through the covers, can't beat the man there. So the 2 dot deliveries. Charles comes up now to bowl to Thomas. A very strange field there, and he beats the man. Oh, beautiful! That's an awesome stroke by Zach Thomas. There were 3 men between extra cover, and he bisected the 2 of them. And wow, what a stroke there by Thomas. The score moves on to 53. Thomas is leading the charge. Grammar School 53 with 3 balls remaining in their innings. This one is better delivery, bounce and turn, and really beating the batsman there. This comes up once more. Charles, 2 more deliveries remaining. This one is punching behind point. They're looking for a single. They decide against it. I think they really should have gotten the one. Better you take the one other than not. But in this occasion, they decided not to. So, once again, Charles with the final delivery of the innings. This one is not sure what Thomas was trying to do, but it was a stroke in disguise. He's gonna get 4 as he ducked into his wicket and splashed it back over the keeper, the head of the keeper, and the score ends on 57 for 2, 57 for 2, and Thomas would end on 35. Yes, just like that. 35 not out. Thomas Roberts is not out on 3. Roberts not out on 3. And that's how the grammar school would end. 57 for 2 in 10 overs. Over number 10 yielded all of 9. We're going to take a very short break and we'll come right back to you. final. But this is Thomas. Going a short delivery. Going a fast delivery. Bowling something that is not him, really. And that is punched into the backward of punched into the backward of point boundary for Phillips is going to take strike from Zach Thomas. Thomas, who batted all of 10 overs for the grammar school, got to 35, was it? Yeah, not out 35. Comes up now to Phillips. This one is pitching and coming in back to Phillips. They're looking to pressure a single. Can they? Yes, they do. Phillips gets one. Score moves on to 6. And they're looking for 58 for victory, the Northern Stars. Another good delivery by Thomas, but not piercing or menacing in any by any stretch of the imagination. So should be easy pickings for the Northern Stars, barring any unnecessary hiccups. And two more to the score. Adams moves to 6. Northern Stars are on 8. 8 without loss after over number 1. Who's going to take up the tack for the grammar school here from the floor end. So some clouds hovering around as Noel comes now this time to it's a no ball to Phillips. No ball early in the piece. So 2 more added. Score moves on to 10. In search of 58 for victory, Northern Stars. So here we go. It's Noel trying to make sure everything is all ready and raring to go. He's coming between the umpire and the stumps. Noel to Adams. Right arm around the wicket. And this is a good delivery in the block hole. Cramping Adams for room. This one is a tug down to long on. Single for Adams. Score moves on to 11. Noel again. This one's flighted. That's what it's going to be called. Is that call? There's no call. One above the waist. So there's no call there. Not above the waist it is. Says the umpire. Two tall batsmen out there. Phillips is in strike. As Noel again. Between umpire Edwards and the stump. Around the wicket. And this one is pitching outside. There's the off stump and punch past point. It's 2 more to Phillips. Score moves to 13. And the cruising really so far the Northern Stars. And probably need to get get it going, because it looks as if there is going to be another interruption here. As the clouds are getting very much dark. Into the area where from which the rain comes here at the Sarnia playing field. So it's pitching and beating the outside, taking the outside out of the bat and going to where wide-ish gully might have been. 2 more. So Phillips, is it Adams was beaten there. It's Phillips. It's beaten with that one, the left-hander in Phillips. So the score moves now to 15. So it's driven through the mid-wicket area, corner area. That's going to go for 4. 19 the score. Phillips gets his first boundary, and the over comes to an end. 11 runs in the over, and they're cruising, as I said initially, are not in. So eyeing a place in the final for tomorrow at the Northern Stars. St. Vincent Grammar School. They would have fought well yesterday in the semi-final encounter in their final preliminary round matches. And the Serrani Ruben is going to come in. To take his first bit of action with the ball for the grammar school, and he is going to come to Phillips, to Adams, Joanne Adams. Comes in. Money early, pitching a right-hander. Adams again. Facing up to Ruben, and he steps into this one and drives back past the bowler down to the boundary for 4, and not even making an effort to see whether or not it's going to get to the boundary. He was very convinced that it would, and that's 4 more. 23 the score. Adams moves on to 11. With him is Phillips on 9, and really having and are in full control here are the Northern Stars. Ruben again with some clouds in the skies. Is on the legs, whipped away to mid-wicket. Fielder not picking up cleanly, but recovering. And so the score moves to 24. 24 without loss to Northern Stars as they attempt to overhaul this target set by the St. Vincent Grammar School. 58 required in the 10 overs, just under 6 runs and over. As Ruben comes into Phillips this time, who punches it into down to made off, gets us, gonna get 2 because it wasn't filled cleanly. So 26 it is. Ruben this time into Phillips once more. Phillips is trying to pull that down on the leg side. Doesn't make contact as a wide is signaled by umpire Durant. One more to the Northern Stars. What these young men do these days. 32 and on to 16, and after so coming in for a second over in this semi-final is Kimon Noel, readying the covers as Hannibal, as he looks up and he sees a very dark clouds up there. Noel comes up and this one is pulled into the make wicket position, and it's only one single there. Tom Phillips gets another single. Score moves to 33. Noel, this time to Adams. Here bosses run, turns and he comes again. Adams goes into this one and hammers it into the cow corner area. That's Adams as his best. Gets a 6 more. And the score moves on to 39. He's a man on a mission. Probably seeing the rain in position. And he's smacking this one this time over the square leg position for another 6. Moves on to 45. And 6 is 51. So over number 4, trying to finish this thing off here now is Adams. Adams trying to finish this game off in this over. Marines are about to come. And that's gone. It's a huge 6. That one hits the top of the ends. And that's 6 more. Are picking up very strongly here. The score moves on to 57. Score moves on to 57 with 1 remaining to get in to secure the victory here. And it's going to come very quickly. I can see. Here we go. And that's That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Score is 58. That's it. So the score has ended, and we are all ended here. The Northern Stars have picked up a very, very comfortable victory. They were cruising from all ends, and just in time for a shower that's about to come. Northern Stars picking up a very comfortable win to join the Associates Combined, Sports Sciences Associates Combined in the final tomorrow. We're going to take our break right here because the rains are going to come and we have to go into the more protected area.